All right, my beautiful Aqua Soul family. What it do, you guys? It's your girl, Empress 777 here today with a general message for my Aquarius gang, my Aquarius Soul family, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. These messages are general. Holy angels and spirit guides gives exactly what it is that we need to know. Okay, for my Aqua gang. Right, take what resonates, guys. Leave the rest. Don't force anything to fit. Okay, place yourself where you belong in the story for all of my cross watchers. Truly appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate the beautiful community that we've built on this channel. Okay, if you want to make it official and become a part of the gang, okay, become a part of the team, go ahead and click that subscribe button. And everybody else, let's all click the like button simultaneously, guys. It helps with the engagement and it helps people find us on this platform. Your girl has been a little bit down and out, but we back. I'm like, damn, can I catch a break? As soon as I say something about my consistency, like, we're gonna do this, y'all, we're gonna be showing up every day, okay? We're gonna be doing it. We're gonna be here. Then boom, bitch. Okay, food poisoning. Like, pow, bitch, sit down. I'm like, no. So luckily, it only lasted for a couple of days. Thanks for your patience with me, guys. I always am like anticipating coming back. I just love it. I love it here. So I'm glad that we are back at it. Shall we go over our pre-shuffle? This read is definitely taking a bit of a different turn than some of our reads from the past. During our pre-meditation, the phrase that I was hearing is, this is what they want to talk about. Okay, so this is somebody who either wants to come in with this communication. This is possibly what they're currently thinking about approaching you with. Or they could just be toiling over it in their mind, quite intimidated about making this approach. What I will say is the energy is very strong, and this is somebody who is very much so steadfast on the notion of speaking with you. They want you to know a few things. They kind of want to clear the air or make things clear, make their intentions clear. This does feel like a person who definitely kept themselves hidden, either behind a mask, or they just kind of They masked their feelings, okay? So let's go over the pre-shuffle. So the very first card out is I pretend I don't have emotions. Well, how far did that get ya, honey bunch? How far did that get you? Okay, next card out we have you are the real MVP. That hurts more than anything. Kind of admitting to themselves something about you that they never quite believed, right? It's like unbelievable. So they had this whole idea of who you were or who you were going to be in the end, at the end, towards the end, in the middle, and all of the things in between, like who you were as a person. They kind of put you in this box, and you have really, you have impressed them. MVP to me gives impress. Right? They are impressed with your energy. You have definitely come off as somebody who has shocked them. There's a bit of a shock value in the notion of them saying you are the real MVP, right? Because I think they believe themselves to be that. So their patterns could speak to this idea of being this emotionalist being, right? Somebody who is able to mask their emotions, fake their emotions, or just pretend that they're not there altogether. And that has worked for them up until this point. So we have you are stronger than I thought! Exclamation mark after that one. So this has either to do with a time constraint, a timing, right? This is whether it has to do with the time in which it took you to fall in love with this person. For some of you, that never quite happened. They never got that out of you. Okay. For others of you, this has to do with the amount of time it's taking to get you to bend to this idea of reconciliation. If they've been trying to approach you, if they've been trying to communicate with you, if they have been trying to kind of connect with you, or it could be the time that it's taking you to approach, because again, this is somebody who pretends that they don't have feelings. So for most of you, they most certainly wouldn't deem themselves to be the person that comes back, that spins the block, that tries to figure out what are we, where are we going? Are we still a thing? Is this it? They don't ask those questions, even though they're feeling it on a deep soul level. And very lastly, this is like, aha, right? Karma is kicking my ass. I do believe that this person is currently throwing a tantrum in their own life, personally. This is not a tantrum that you see. They are masking it, okay? We have toddler tantrums here. So these are tantrums that are being acted out in their regular day-to-day lives. Okay, this is the people who have to be around them at their job. They could potentially be a boss, and they are a narcissist, guys. Okay, at work. They might be that way, okay, across the board in their life in general, but I do feel like they're an asshole at work. Okay, they're telling me I shouldn't put the N-word out there too soon, but that's what I was feeling, right? They're taking their anger out, or they're taking their lack of confidence out on everybody else but you, and that's only because they can't. They can't. So you've created some kind of barrier. Either they feel like they can't do that, or they literally cannot, right? Like they can't get in contact with you. They do want to speak. This is what they would like to talk about. This person wants to kind of come clean. I do feel like they want to be more vulnerable with you. They are tired of the way their life is going at this time. It's getting old, right? It's getting old. They do deem themselves to be the one that is the weaker of the two of you. And it is because their emotions, even though they feel like they mask the love emotion, it's coming out and pouring out in other ways, right? It's seeping out. It's boiling over in anger and irritation and just pure meanness, right? Like I said, that asshole or that bitch behavior, it's just coming out in all areas of their life. So they see it, right? And for this to be somebody who wants to pretend that they don't have them, this does feel like a form of ick or weakness from their standpoint. There may be other areas in this life in this person's life where they are feeling the losses as well. So for me to say other areas where they're feeling a loss, they do deem this to be a loss. Okay. You having more strength than them in this separation or in this demise, right? For you, it might be over in your mind. I'm not saying that you will reconcile with this person, but I don't get that they're just walking away. Okay, they're holding on very strong, in fact, right? In their mind, they're in control of this reading, in fact, is what they're saying, okay? I normally tell the readings from the standpoint of who might be showing up, and sometimes I throw a little bit of your energy in there if it pops up. This is all this person's energy. In fact, they titled it, "This is what they want to talk about." So they feel like they're running shit. I'm sorry. Look how the card just went over there, right? They want to throw this out the window. They want to pretend like this is not even happening. Kind of still wanting to have this sort of notion that they are in control. Okay. You did make this person feel very, very comfortable, you guys. You have that. That's a gift of yours. You have the ability to be a chameleon. So even though, you have this ability to make people feel comfortable in multiple areas of your life. That's just a thing about you. People might even point that out to you. You don't make people feel lesser than. Okay, yeah, so they wanted me to go back to this card. Under the I got too comfortable card is you're not on my level. So even if other people would deem themselves to not be quite where you are in life, right? Or compare apples to oranges because you don't place yourself in competition with other people, you are able to engage with the masses. You're very diverse, okay? And you're able to comfortably engage in communication and be around people from all walks of life. You don't judge in that way. So because of that ability, you do quite naturally make people feel comfortable. It's a gift. That is a gift of yours. Okay, for some of you, this sort of gift that you have is something that will take you very far. Okay. They just wanted me to point that out. So we have serial dater under not on your level. So I do feel like this person has tried to move on. Right? Yeah, I do. I feel like anytime they go on a date, it says serial dater. So I don't feel like they've gotten very far in these newer connections. It's a one date after another, after another, after another. They are in search of something that is not out there. Okay. There's only one, right? MVP. So it is leaving them quite empty. Okay. It's leaving them with a lack of fulfillment. Karma is kicking my ass. So they may be trying to bury themselves in work, and that's not working either. It's almost as if whatever they touch is starting to deteriorate in their hands. Okay, so that could be new relationships, that could be work, that could be hobbies, that could just be anything that they saw themselves as being the MVP in. It does seem that they are they're not as on their game as they used to be. They're not really on it. They feel like they're off. Something is off. And the only thing that they could really pinpoint, right, recently, right, the only difference in their behavior in their life is having come upon this MVP, this person who has shown a strength that they did not recognize. Okay, so this is somebody who kind of pegged you as the underdog, right? The underdog wins sometimes. I don't get that you were the underdog ever. I just get that they really had themselves up on that high horse way too high. Okay, very comfortable in their positioning based on their past. Right? Not even based on what you would have shown them is what they're saying. So that makes sense, because I'm like, I don't really know why they would think that you weren't strong, or why they wouldn't deem you to be the most valuable, bitch. The most valuable. Collector's edition, ho. Like, I just don't understand. Like, I don't understand. Like, where did they get that notion that that wasn't you? And it is based off comparisons of what they had experienced in the past. So this person is kind of big-headed based on who they've been able to pull, who they've been able to date, who they've had chase them, right? Who they've had come back in what amount of time, who they've had down and out over emotions that they were able to kind of string together. It's not quite going down that way now, is it? Honey bunches of oats. They are just struggling. They're on the struggle bus. Whoa. Okay. Wow. That's a lot of cards. So we have full moon in Libra, fine balance. Okay. So they are definitely in disharmony, you guys. Okay. In multiple areas. They are now looking at it as very much so karmic. They could be getting downloads from the divine to reference that this is not something that is going to end anytime soon. So they may have overlooked the signs in the beginning of this karmic cycle. They are knee deep in it. I will get some details on exactly what that karma entails in the extended. This is about Libra energy. So for some of you, you may have been dealing with a Libra. Okay. Not all of you. For some of you, it could have been a Pisces. We have first quarter moon in Pisces. Honor your feelings. Right. So this is somebody who hasn't really been taught to honor their feelings. In fact, they don't even look at it. In fact, they pretend like they don't have them. Right. That's how they roll. That's how they protect themselves. That's not rational. Right. That's not logical or practical. But I don't think that this person has been known to have practicality. They kind of go off of their wins from the past, and they base the entire consensus of the data on that, and solely that, which is how they fucked up when it came to you. Because you're not those other people. Shit can change. Right? We were just talking about practicality. So we have that earth energy here now. First quarter moon in Taurus, and it says release control. But how can they do that, right? How can they release control when they have no ability to honor their feelings because they do not acknowledge that they exist? And the fact that they won't acknowledge their feelings does not allow them to reestablish balance. And without having that balance, they cannot see shit clearly. The only thing they see is that you're a lot stronger than they thought. They thought that their antics would kind of drive home their intentions. So let's go ahead and look into that. What were they intending? Because that gives me pause. Like, huh? What? Huh? What were your intentions? Let's use the Beauty Tarot deck to kind of dig a little bit further here. So I am hearing for some of you, this person may be confusing karma with you. Like what? They either think you are their karma, or they think everything is happening because of how things went down with you, because that's where it began, right? So that's where it started in their mind, but not really. Not really. This person has a huge lack of self-awareness. You don't want to start from the beginning? You want to start from the end? And call that the reason? Really? 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 Forget about all the other bullshit you did before Aquarius. You want to start at the end. Okay. See, look, 2 of Cups. Right? So this 2 of Cups energy definitely establishes for me this person's notion that you were comfortable and that you made them feel comfortable. Comfortable with the idea of being together, that you wanted a relationship more than anything, or that you wanted a relationship with them. I don't know how true that is. Again, this is all their energy. This is what they want to talk about, right? They want to talk about how did it get so out of balance, right? How are you so strong over there and I'm over here battling? So you don't like me anymore, like you're not into me anymore? Was that all just a lie, that 2 of Cups energy? The soulmate shit that you was talking about, was that all fluff, a lie? I do feel like this person's intentions were very impure. This gives me the energy of somebody who garners control by betrayal. Okay? With the swords showing up here, right, that is about their communication. So this could be them talking down to someone. This could be them just planting seeds, right? It's like passive aggressive. It's not like they're going to just outright say some crazy shit to you, but they could use third parties, right? Triangulation. They could use seeds, plant seeds to make you doubt your value. 10 of Swords, right? The communication is what's creating this this notion that you're not as big as you think you are. You're not really an MVP, right? Like, yeah, kind of knock down that strength. You're stronger than I thought you were, but mentally strong is what it is, you guys. Your mental strength is really sending them. Because even if you love them, you're not giving into that. You have self-control. You have self-love. You have value. You have self-worth, right? That is at the top of the totem. Endings. And alongside that, we have the 8 of Swords, right? Crossing. So the intention was always to get entrapment, isolation. Have you isolate yourself from those who would reinforce your self-esteem, right? Those who would be supportive of the things that you want to do, of the strengths that you have, pour into you in a positive manner. Isolate you from that, restrict you from that, and let it be something that is self-imposed, meaning something that is your idea, okay? Talk shit about your best friend so that you're kind of distancing yourself from that, or asking for all of your time so that you are distancing yourself from, you know, people who you regularly hang out with, your best friends, your cousins, your family, your support system. Divide you from that, get you away from that so that they have the most control over your time, your energy, and the communication in which the two of you are having is taking up the majority of your bandwidth, right? So if you're only talking to one person, this is somebody who deems to love you, 2 of Cups, somebody who you're supposed to trust, okay? They build your trust and earn your trust initially. So if they're telling you that something is off, or if they're telling you, yeah, I don't really like girls who wear makeup, right? Or if they're telling you, yeah, dudes who don't make this much money are not really my, you know, a guy at a certain age, they should have this and this and that, you know, planting slight seeds. They're not saying it directly to you. They're not. And it's very slick, y'all. It's sly the way that it's occurring. This is their pattern. They only do this when they really like somebody. That is fucking weird, yo. That's weird. Right? Because they don't honor their feelings. They don't honor their feelings. So they really like you. They have to shut that shit down. You can't actually think you're the MVP because that won't work. They need you in a position of entrapment, imprisonment, okay? Trapped. But not really knowing why. It is this tactic that has people losing themselves in relationships the longer you stay. And you don't even know why. You don't like what you used to like no more. You don't really know why you don't have a passion for, you know, your career anymore. Why you're not thriving, right? Like why are you losing weight? Why are you gaining weight? You know, emotionally eating or emotionally not eating, right? Or drinking more, okay? Or trying to escape something that you can't quite place your finger on. Creating habits that do kind of cloud your mind, potentially. There's no judgment. This is just the real. This is what they like to establish. And they like to do it in a way where you kind of view them as your sounding board. So you go to them now, you trust them. And you don't even realize that the seeds were planted in a passive aggressive manner. It's really crazy. You got the fuck out of Dodge. I love that for you. Nah, I really do. I love that for you. Look at that, 6 of Cups. And now we got somebody begging like Keith Sweat. Page of Pentacles. It's going to start out very, very small, you guys. They're not coming back in like, let's reconcile. Okay, I love you. Let's be together. No. It's a very logical approach. Because now they view you as smart. Like, they see how smart you are, right? They are changing up their tactics. Dare I say, I like to call y'all people dumb as fuck. They be acting real dumb, okay? They be acting real stupid. Okay. This person is, okay, the way that they're changing up their tactic, I will say, is not as less than smart than what normally shows up. Page of Pentacles, they're changing it up a little bit. They may throw in a bit of things that the two of you shared in the past, right? Romanticize some of the better times. But in a very down-to-earth manner, okay? They're not laying it on thick. But that intention has not wavered, okay? The Hermit card. They want to know if you have like some new friends around you. Like, are you now talking back to that girl that I told you did not even like rock with you like that? That friend that I thought was jealous of you, jealous of us, of our union, of our relationship. Are you now back, you know, talking to your mama? Like, who is around you? Who is influencing you to where you're not coming to me anymore? Right? You're not like confiding in me anymore. And now you have this unspoken for strength that I never saw fucking coming. You didn't warn me. Like, so what's happening? What's happening? What's happening is a completion, darling. Okay? The end. The ending. That shall lead to new beginnings. Tower and the 10 of Pentacles. But it's not going to happen without a fight. Please understand me. This person is in it for a fight. Their karmic cycle is heavily underway. I don't get that is ending anytime soon. It is the reasoning why they are back. It is the reasoning why they are not letting up, because they kind of thought that they was just having like a one-off month, right? Where things were just kind of out of whack and that it would just kind of go back to regular, but it hasn't. It's only been getting worse, in fact. They feel like they lost their mojo. Or they feel like you took it with you. Risky choices. So this is somebody who's willing to risk it all, you guys. So this is about that whole, it's like a cliche saying, right? The land of good and evil, right? Or the good angel and the devil and the angel on one shoulder, right? Like, so this is about two opposing energies. Now, you did attract this person, so I do feel like they showed up for a reason. Those of you who are still in the midst of this is a leveling up. Okay, this is a transitional connection. This is a transitional relationship. I don't see this with you in the next cycle, if I can be very honest about that, okay? Now, of course, you have free will. You can do what the fuck you want to do, but the cards say what the cards say. This person is not really on track to want to heal. They do have a choice between good and evil, but they always choose the latter because the toxicity has been what they have ran on for all this time. It's like what they have been fueling their body on, right? That's what they've been fueling their vehicle with, and it has gotten them to high places. I will say that. They're only now starting to see things dwindle. Like I said at the beginning, like things crumbling in their fingers, right? Everything that they touch is kind of like a stroke of bad luck is what they think that they're feeling. Like, is it Mercury retrograde? Like, what's going on? Huh? What is happening, right? Like, okay, this too shall pass. This too shall pass. No, it's not. And so that is a forewarning. That's the only one they said. That is the only warning, okay? We have concealment. Just as this person likes to hide their feelings, their emotions, how they feel about a person, they are also going to try to hide those feelings of worry, anxiety, right? Scared, fear about where their life is going, what is happening, right? Because as you are also experiencing that world card energy, the world card for me is about, yes, going into new cycle and completions, right? Beginnings. But the beginning of the world card feels like change. Change can evoke fear, especially if you don't know where the fuck you're going, if you don't have vision. Okay. And even for those who do kind of have an idea of what they want their life to look like, they have an idea of kind of what they want to accomplish, but you don't know what those next steps are going to be. That it can also evoke some forms of fear. Fear is not toxic. What's toxic is the person that's attached to the fear, right? The other energies that are culminated within that fear. So I do feel a sense of fear on both ends, I will say. For some of you, that fear may be more in depth than others, just depending on where you are in this cycle. The cycle will end. You will fulfill this. And it is meant to be a stepping stone towards where you actually want to go or where you actually want to be. This had to happen, guys, okay? There's also this need for you to release control in certain areas of your life as well. That's the only reason why you got here, is what they're saying. So there may be a need to release control towards time, a need to release control towards what package you think your shit should be coming in, right? Your manifestations, whatever it is that you're holding on to very tightly, there needs to be a loosening of that grip so that spirit has the ability to move. They're moving shit now. And it's really about whether or not you want to move with them, right? You do have the option to go with the grain, to go with the ebb and flow of the waves and not go against the current. This is somebody who wishes to go against the current because going with the current doesn't really work for them. That's not how they work. That's not how they've ever had to do it. Hiding from the world, concealment, right? There's literally a mask over this person's face. So that's what I've been feeling this entire reading. They do feel like in some forms or manners or some form or fashion, you have unveiled them, that you can see something that other people have not been able to see. Okay? They always accomplish getting people confined mentally. Not really seeing what they did, right? It's a trick, you know, planting the seeds. You're never supposed to know that they did it, that they're the ones responsible. So there's also this curiosity about how you saw that. How did you see that, right? Like, how did you figure that out? Yeah, you're the realist, because how the fuck did you figure that out? And if you figured that out, then can you really see what I'm going through internally? Can you really see what I'm experiencing? Can you see through me? Are you psychic? Like, are you doing, well, what is happening, right? How did you know that? They also are extremely bothered. Okay, we could say that, bothered. With where you are or where you appear to be going, okay? So we have high on life. So there's a aura of happiness, okay? There's an excitement about where you are, where your life is going, what things are unfolding for you. So even if you do have that bit of fear that I was mentioning a moment ago, that will dissipate, okay? As you start to trust the process more, trust your journey, right? Trust that spirit has you, that you're protected, that all things work together for your good, then you're going to start getting excited, okay? It really is going to start to ramp up day by day by day. You do have to release any need to control when that shows up, okay? And the timing is going to be different for all of you. We're all on a different path here. So it's like you're living, you're doing things that somebody who is hurt, 10 of swords, right? Somebody who is insecure, right? 8 of swords, 10 of swords. Okay. Somebody who is attached, or somebody who is hell bent on having something that never was going to be, 2 of cups with the 10 of swords and the 8 of swords, right? Doesn't look like that. You know, you're not doing life like that. You're not posting shit like that. Like, you're not focused on stuff like that. So what's going on? Like, they want to get up in your head. Okay. I try to be all up in your mind. That's what it's saying. This is a mental and I will say emotional manipulator, right? But mental more so than anything. The mental space is where they thrive, okay? They like to work those puppet strings. They do feel like they have been able to accomplish that up until this point. So now we have a laser focus on you, doll, okay? And I don't like it. I don't fucking like it. Now, we're going to go over to the extended, okay, where we're going to unpack how you can set yourself up for success moving forward, okay? Now, you can do what you want to do, of course, right? Like, there's no judgment. I'll touch on the ending of this and how that will all go. We'll see what is this person's actual feelings about you, right? Like, what are their intentions, okay? I also want to know what their karmic cycle entails. What does karma have in store for this motherfucker? I want to know. Okay, let's see what changes they have already made, just in case it's their past energy. I will look at that, right? I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. I will look. Let's see what their next steps are going to be so you can fully protect yourself, okay? And then we'll look at the potential outcome, whether you decide to re-engage this or go in the opposite direction. I want to know what blockages, okay? Subconscious blockages, more notably, may have you either attracting the same kind of people or not seeing red flags as potently as you need to, and as soon as you need to, as clear as you need to. That needs to be removed immediately before we head on over to our abundance, okay? That definitely needs to be checked for sure. So we're going to see what those blockages are and what you need to do to set yourself up in order to remove them with the quickness, okay? We'll then see what's approaching you in new love and unpack all of that beautiful new energy, high on life. I do feel like you have a very beautiful new connection coming towards you. I do feel like you have an abundant amount of success coming towards you as well. This is just the beginning, right? The World card. So you're untapping and unlocking gifts. You're untapping and unlocking your higher self, right? The things that you have been trying to accomplish in all of this time. The work that you have done to get here is now fully coming to fruition. So I really love that for you. So we're going to touch on all of those things. Who's coming towards you? What are they like? How might you meet them? When? All of the things, right? Why are they single, right? We're going to really get into the thing, okay? What your money looking like, okay. Your focus advice, and then we'll throw in an Ask the Universe reading, okay? So without further ado, click that like button, as well as the subscribe button and the notification bell. And I'm going to put the link for the extended reading down below in the description box, and I'm going to see y'all over there. So let's go.